You can generate massive revenue all year, hit every sales target, and still find your business bank accounts completely empty. The cash just evaporates. That missing cash becomes a serious liability right around March 15th. For partnerships and S-Corps filing Forms 1065 or 1120S, this is a strict compliance trap. And for the 2026 tax season, since the 15th is a Sunday, that trap snaps shut on Monday, March 16th. If your books are disorganized and you miss that deadline, the IRS imposes an automatic penalty. They charge you $255 for every single month you are late, multiplied by every partner or shareholder in your business. If you have 2 partners and you run 6 months behind, that is over $3,000 gone. It is a direct, non-deductible drain on your operational cash flow that quietly multiplies while you are busy trying to run your company. Even if you file perfectly on time, you might still be losing money. If you operate under an outdated or default legal structure, your perfectly compliant tax return is actively draining your cash reserves. The IRS tax code is a hostile environment. A business cannot survive on revenue alone out here. You need a proactive financial defense system to protect your cash flow from getting legally siphoned away. This is a chart showing how business profit is taxed under a default LLC structure. As your total revenue grows, a mandatory 15.3% segment breaks off to pay the self-employment tax. Because there is no limit, that 15.3% slice keeps scaling proportionally with every dollar of profit you make. Electing to be taxed as an S-corporation puts a hard ceiling on that calculation. It acts as a strategic cap, stopping that 15.3% tax from growing infinitely, no matter how high your total profit climbs. Do not rush to file the paperwork just yet. Running an S-Corp requires running a formal payroll and filing additional corporate returns. That administrative overhead costs roughly $1,500 a year. We call the exact mathematical threshold where those self-employment tax savings explicitly outweigh that $1,500 maintenance cost, el punto de inflexión, or the tipping point. If your net profit sits below this threshold, you should remain an LLC. Taking on S-Corp overhead too early will result in a net loss for the year. Incorporating as an S-Corp is a precise mathematical calculation. Crossing that line unprepared replaces a manageable tax problem with an operational crisis. Once you cross that tipping point, you take on strict new IRS liabilities. As an S-Corp, you are now responsible for withholding trust fund taxes from your own payroll, money you legally collect on behalf of the government. If you mix your personal funds, your operational cash, and those tax liabilities inside a single checking account, you guarantee a cash flow crisis. This is a flowchart mapping the profit-first methodology. A single large revenue deposit splits into 4 distinct, isolated buckets: taxes, payroll, profit, and operating expenses. For an S-Corp, this is the mandatory financial firewall needed to survive that added complexity. Attempting to move this money manually every week leaves you wide open to human error and missed transfers. You need a modern banking architecture that routes the cash for you. We recommend Relay Bank to execute this exact architecture. Relay allows you to open multiple checking accounts with 0 minimum balances or monthly fees, and it instantly automates those transfers based on exact percentages. Profit First and Relay provide the foundational operating system to safely manage your S-Corp cash flow without accidentally spending the IRS's money. Look at the contrast. A disorganized LLC owner bleeds cash to the 15.3. Meanwhile, the strategic owner uses automated accounts to secure their payroll, lock away their tax liabilities, and guarantee their profit margins before a single operational expense is ever paid. Tax compliance and cash flow management are the exact same thing. A bad legal structure acts as an invisible, permanent expense, while the right structure becomes a protective asset. Stop guessing where your business stands. Use the interactive S-Corp Savings Simulator right here on this page to plug in your numbers and see exactly if you have crossed the tipping point. If you are ready to build your defense system, claim the $50 Relay bonus below to set up your Profit First accounts. Then, schedule a free strategy session with us to review your 2026 blueprint. Mastering your 1065 or 1120S deadlines and optimizing your S-Corp structure is how you transition from simply doing your taxes to executing high-level business strategy.